Hey everyone, and how you doing, and welcome to today's vlog. So today we're going to continue with fitting the doors onto the car. It's been an interesting week because last week when I ended the vlog I said that we were going to get the car wrapped, and I was really certain that was the way I'm going to go. But then I had a phone call from Raptastic to tell me that 3M have discontinued the colour that was a perfect match for the car. Unbelievable. So I then thought, well, do I really want to use another wrap that's not going to be quite right? And Raptastic have come back and said, well, they think they can match it by making up the colour themselves, and they've got the facility to do that, which is fantastic. But I've since had a chat with my friend Clint. I'm mentioning Clint here because he recommended another body shop who is cheaper than Sean, the guy that I use, and he came back with a fantastic quote. So they've just been around, their assessors just come around to have a look at the car, and I'm waiting to see what he comes back with on pricing. So if he comes back with a price within budget, then it's got to be paint. I've got to go for the paint. And what I've said to them is just to paint the panels. I don't want them fitted, I'll do the fitting, so you guys can get to see that. So it's going to take a couple of days for that to come back to me. In the meantime, we've got a door to fit, so let's go and do that. Okay, so by way of catching up, here's a car outside, and it's outside so I can fit the door. But let me show you what we've been able to do so far. So remember, I had some problems taking the lock out. Well, I actually managed to figure out how the lock comes out, and I'm going to show you. It's quite simple, really. So you've got the little bolt here, so that comes out, but this bolt here, which is hidden under a rubber grommet, that also needs to come out. Once that comes out, then literally you just get a plastic ply underneath here, you pull the lock out, and then you can release the handle like I did with the other door. So I fitted the end panel back up, so the door lock is all in place. I've also corrected the gasket, so that's now sitting where it should do, and when I close the door, close perfectly, lines up perfectly as well. So very pleased with that. As you can see, the door lines are perfect. The only thing that is wrong is the color, but that will hopefully soon be fixed. So one door on, let's get the other door fitted, and then that will be our task done for today. Like I said, everything else in the car is pretty much done, with the exception of the painting. So let's get the door panels on, and then after that should be it. Right, so there's one job that I still need to do on this car. So here we're still missing the arm that stops the door from opening wide. That's still on the other car, so let's go and take that off right now. Okay, so this should be a very simple job. We're just going to undo these two bolts, and then the whole thing should come away. At least that's the theory. And there it is. Done. Okay, so installation is exactly the same way on this door. These things are reversible, so it doesn't matter which side they go on. Just got to make sure that the little latch that hooks onto the car is on the inside, so it has to be on this side. So as long as we do that, we're going to be fine. So let's get this fitted. Okay, that's done, so we can now go and fit this on the car. So a little bit of bad news. Looks like the chassis is slightly twisted. If you can see this door here, the top of the door here is not lining up, and that's a new door, so it needs to go on the jig and get straightened by the looks of it, which is a real shame because that's gonna really blow the budget. But hey ho, it is what it is.
The next morning.
Hey everyone, it's Sunday morning, it's the next day, and today is a brighter day because yesterday I ended the day with the door and I thought the body was twisted. So I actually took some measurements of the body and I compared it both sides, and the body's fine. So I then looked at the door, and what I found was the hinges allows you to go in and out, so the whole door moves in and out, and the door now fits better. However, it still needs some adjustment. So I've got the car back outside. Let's go and take a look and see what we need to adjust. And I'm confident that in the next few minutes, we're going to get that door properly lined up and sitting just fine, ready for the next stage of this project. Okay, so here we are back, same angle as we was yesterday, but notice the door is sitting a lot closer. And the reason why the door is not sitting flush is because of this. Now look at the gap there between the door and the back door. Although it's not rubbing, it is so close that actually the door here is sitting on the rubber, and that's the reason why when you look on the side here you're seeing this slight gap. But I managed to maneuver it a little further, and actually the door is sitting now inside, whereas before it was sitting out. So there's room for maneuver. Just to show you the difference in the gaps, this is the passenger side or near side, and this is the driver side. Now, I'm not sure if you can see, but I can see the rubber very clearly here, and my finger, there's definitely a gap, and that's the reason why the door on the other side isn't sitting in the frame as close as it should do. But if you look at the lines, you can see it's lined up very well here, and it's also lined up very well on this side as well. So how do we adjust that? Well, on the front of the door here, if I show you, we have these two bolts here. So that one here and that one on the bottom. When you loosen it, the door will come out and it has a little bit of play. Also, these washers here, it will actually allow for a little bit of a lateral play back and forth. So I'm going to loosen the bolts, and then what I'll do is I'll pull the door slightly forward, and that's going to give us what we need to maintain our gap here, which is non-existent. I can't get nothing in there. It's tighter than the seal of a submarine. That's how tight that is. And then that should allow the door at the top here to sit in fine, and then that should be it. Thumbs up. So let's go and do that now. I'll put the camera to one side and cue some fast motion. Right, progress. So our gap is now we now have a little bit of a gap here, and if you look at the door, it is now much better aligned there. Now they're still a little bit proud. So why is that? Well, if you look at the door line, you will see that actually the whole door is slightly proud, and the reason why the whole door is slightly proud is because of this, the door shut. So the door shut, it can move backward, forward, side by side, up and down. So what we need to do is we need to move it in slightly more, and then that will bring the door in, and that should fix our problem. So let's do that now. Okay, so here is our door now. Again, our gap is just right, and as you can see, the door is in line here, and we have nothing sticking out the top here. So that is now perfectly aligned. If anything, the door is just slightly a bit higher. That might be it's just a teeny bit too high, but do you know what? It'd be very difficult to see that with the naked eye, especially when the doors are the same color. It's going to be quite consistent, but that's it. So that is sorted now. That's just adjusting here. It was actually the top bolt here that was the problem, so just by adjusting that bolt there and adjusting the door strike, that's made all the difference, and now the door shuts properly. It does shut, it is a little bit noisy, but that's because at the moment the door cards are not on there, so there's no sound deadening in there, but it does shut nice and easy, which is exactly what we want. So that is it, done. So doors are fitted. So now I'm just going to put the under shield back on because I had to loosen that. I can plug up the door cards, the door power, and then we are ready for the next phase. And in fact, let's talk about the next phase in the garage. Okay, so doors are sorted now, all lined up. Before I put the car away in the garage, I'm going to do a soft fit of one of the wings. I just want to make sure that the wings go on okay, or at least one of the wings goes on okay, and then that the door can open up with no issue. So let's crack on and do that right now. Okay, so the wing's on. This is an aftermarket wing, so it doesn't fit as good as the original. So it's sticking out at the bottom there, but that's because there's two bolts down there that normally hold the wing in, and they also the undershield is sticking out. But with the wing in place, there is still a gap. So this will need to be bent, and I probably need to do this before it goes off for wrapping. What I will do is I'll probably rough fit these going forward, get them all in shape, and then when it goes to be fitted up for the wrap, it should be okay, it should fit square. But you always have this with aftermarket, you literally have to bend them into place because they're not as good as the original equipment, sadly, but it is what it is. But the main thing we wanted to achieve today was to get the doors working properly. The doors are closing properly, they're opening properly, they're fitted on both sides, so we're very happy with that, and we've achieved today's project goals. Okay, good. So we have achieved our objectives for the day. Both doors are fitting fine. We did a soft fit on one of the wings, and we got a little bit of work that needs to be done in order to make that straight. But pretty much we're done with the body work, and I'm so pleased that the chassis of the car isn't bent and that we've got the door fitting good, because that would have been a major blow to the budget. Okay, so the next stage is for this car to go and get wrapped. And some good news and bad news on the wrapping front. So bad news, 3M, the color that perfectly matched. 3M don't do it anymore. Go figure. Good news though is that there's another company, I think it's called Tech. They've got exactly the same color. So Rokas, the guy who's going to be doing the wrap, he's going to send me a sample so that I can check to see if it works with the car. So that's tomorrow. So you'll be seeing this on Monday or onwards. So he'll be here, I think Tuesday evening, just to run through that. So all being well, the car will go down to get itself sorted, and then we'll get the car wrapped. So just before we go, you may notice this here. This is going to be the wall of fame. So every car we get from Copart, the tags will be here, and that is where we are going to put all the cars that we do, and we'll be able to build up this nice wall of fame of all the cars. So if you're wondering what those tags are, that's what they are. They're the stickers that come from our Copart cars. Excellent, good. Well, thank you for joining us this week. What I'm going to say to you now, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. So we've got lots more to come on this channel, lots more stuff on this car. We are almost coming to the end of the main build of this car, so I'm starting to think about project number 2. Plus we got some stuff that we need to do on the Audi. So I got the windscreen wiper motor coming this week, so I'll be getting that fitted, and I think we may have solved our misfiring issue once and for all, but we'll see on that. So anyway, hope you have a good week. We'll see you next Monday, and again, don't forget to subscribe. Have a good week.